Good evening. This is November 12th, 2025. It's Conservation Commission, and it's being called to order at 6:30,
6:30-ish,
6:30-ish.
I think 6:30.
And those are all in present. Jerry Narkowitz here. Miles,
Here.
Deanna,
Pendergast
absent.
here.
Tom Pendergast, and Josh Chase, and obviously Dave. You should be there for a second. Add that to it. All right, let's do evacuation. Is that door open?
Yes,
You can get out, but you can't get in. Right?
you can go out that door, yes.
To the outside?
Yes.
Okay, and exit to my right and to my right behind me. And I think that's enough exits for all of us to get in and out if we need to. Hopefully there won't be any need for that. Approval of minutes, September 17, 2025, which Josh has printed, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you print them?
That's these minutes.
This one says Wednesday, November 12th. This one says October 16th.
Did I? No, that's right, never mind.
What am I missing?
I'm not sure. Last meeting was.
So you got the agenda and the
Yep.
ones.
Got the agenda,
approved
Yeah.
Are October.
That's the last thing I seen.
and this is Wednesday, October 16th.
Yeah, those are the minutes.
Those are the minutes.
And that's.
That's
Agenda,
our agenda.
yes.
All right. So. These are the minutes. Did we have minutes from July 9th? Was that all set? The 17th is all
That's,
set?
that's all set.
Gotcha. Now I'm up to speed. Now I'm looking at the right thing. Sorry.
I do know there is a typo under 4.4. Which I can take care of.
Okay.
If you find anything else, let me know.
I looked at it beforehand, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good, then I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
You abstain. Okay. Good. So tonight's meeting, November 12th, let's see. Old business, lake updates.
The only item you had under that was that we debated.
Yeah.
Discussion.
So- So let me tell you what I learned. I learned that it's very hard to quantify how the town might assist in weed abatement. If you do it by acreage, you get one value. If you do it by overall treatment area, you get another value. And because I haven't been home from work today, I didn't bring any of my paperwork, but I still know the crux of it. The crux of it was that Middle Dam Pond and Lower Dam Pond have significantly more money per acreage, because according to company that does weed abatement, they have to go out multiple times to treat your lake with sonar, I think. Whereas they don't do that.
So no one.
Yeah, they don't do that with the other lakes because they're too big. So I'm not so sure how that goes, and we need to discuss how we want to do that, whether we want to discuss it tonight or we want to hold it and wait till Deanna's here so we can all be here to go through it. It's very complex. I'm not sure the best solution. One solution gives Johnson's Pond huge money, gives Tyoke pretty good money, gives you guys basically nothing. The other way gives you guys huge money, given the size of your lakes, and gives smaller amounts to Johnson's Pond and to Lake Tyoke per acreage. And it appears that there's no easy answer. There's no easy answer to come to a solution set on that. So I'm still wrangling around. I had hoped to get a call back from them. I said, I would like to know if we know that weed growth occurs 6 feet and less in depth at a significant level compared to more than 6 feet, it grows much slower. How many acres is in Middle Dam, Upper Dam? How many acres are in Tyoke? And how many acres are in Johnson's Pond? I asked them if they could give me that data based upon information that they have done in the past. At this point, I don't have that number, so I can't speak to the point where I'd like to be able to say, this is the direction I'd like to take. So,
I like that idea.
yeah,
I don't know if you, so you probably are pretty close to your percentage because you know the lake well. I know what Upper Dam and Middle Dam are, Johnson's Pond.
right.
And I don't know if anybody's ever measured it.
I think there's a, they call it a bathysphere, when you have topography below surface of a lake. So I know Tyoke has it. I'm assuming, I don't know if your lakes have it, but I'm assuming Johnson Pond has.
Yeah, ours is small enough to know that I would say 10% of that lake is more than 6 feet.
Right. So that means 90% of your lake would require treatment. So,
Similar in Middle Dam
yeah,
Pond.
and similar in Middle Dam Pond. Now, Lake Tyoke, I would guess it would be no more than 40–50%, 6 foot. The rest is all more than 60. So, and Johnson Pond, I have no idea. I don't have any idea. So I can't assess it fully. So you guys are gonna have some patience with me as I work through these numbers this winter. And I will, but I have to get the assist of the people who treat the lake and maybe people who are on the lake, like on Johnson Pond. And we'll have to see how that goes. So,
So with that, Jerry, all of this discussion would be pending getting the budget line item put in for 2026.
that's correct.
So I had a conversation with Maria today.
Yep. Right.
On that budget process.
Yep.
So her suggestions were as follows: a letter from the Conservation Commission to at least the 2 townwides
Yep.
and your districts that the lakes are in. So 2 of them are in District 3,
Right.
one is in
One's
District 4, and Johnson's is in 1.
I
and
think
one
Johnson
in
Pond is
5.
in two
Oh, is
different districts.
Okay. So with a CC to the manager, so the manager owns the budget.
Right.
And he introduces new budget lines to the budget
Right.
for submission to the town council and approval. So a CC to him and then continue working the town manager to include the line in the budget
Mhm.
and ask for regular progress as they move forward. And that
Okay.
should be done soon.
Soon, I know.
And that we start with I'm proposing the same amount that we got from the ARPA money, which
Right.
was what, $50,000?
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be a hard no.
Maria said it's gonna be a tough budget year because the state of Rhode Island is putting more pressure on fire and, other things. So, but doesn't mean that we
Oh, no.
shouldn't.
Yeah. I would like to have, like I said to, what's his name? Water and Wetlands, said, I want to quantify this, so I'm defensible. I
Mhm.
don't wanna be out there, just kind of like, well, maybe, I don't, that's not how I wanna approach things. I wanna know. I want to be able to say it with clarity, that I know what the heck I'm talking about, and that right now I don't know. But I'm hoping before our December meeting, I'll be able to nail that down.
Sorry. So I would volunteer to write the letter
Okay,
and then, we can,
yeah,
I think we may have to be prepared to approve that before the next town before our next meeting.
can we,
Because I certainly want to get it
Can we
in
do
his
that?
hands before
can we
December.
do that without a meeting?
You can approve somebody writing something. And then I don't think there would be a problem if, for example, we voted to let Tom write that.
Do we empower him?
I think so.
Okay.
And.
And I can
I'll-
communicate,
I'll,
I can
I'll
communicate
let
with
you
them
know.
without violating any
Yeah, we'll
rules.
work through
Yeah.
the
So we can
detail
do
of
that.
it. Okay,
There's these things with, we can't have meetings with outside of here, without having the meeting be called to order. But two people can meet, two people can discuss things without a violation. I think three puts us in a violation.
Yeah.
So we have to, and you know, it's important that we try to abide by that. So. Is there anywhere else on here for other lake information? Lake recreational activities? No, different. So
well, we have
the gate isn't on here,
four
right?
point five and 4.7 are both lake related.
Yeah, so. I guess I could do it under old business. But if you could, please keep me honest and let me talk about the gate on Lake Tahoe. So we can do that now, or we can do it later. Whatever you guys would prefer.
I think last time we had mentioned, when we had mentioned it, it was under, lake updates, so.
Okay. Do we have that?
Yeah.
Under 4.1.
4.1, yeah.
The last.
So we should probably
Can you add that in there?
add it for next meeting.
I mean, it's a big item. It's, you know, $750,000 that the town is spending on this gate.
Mm.
So it's not like, this isn't 50,000.
Yeah,
So.
I can add that as a discrete
Yeah, you can do that.
item, yeah.
Under lake updates, the weed abatement would be one, and the gate. So can I talk about the gate at this point?
Sure.
Is that okay? So I met again with GZA, the contractor. I've had discussions with Dan, the town manager. And we're working towards getting the gate done. We received some more rain, so our water level was going up. And I no longer have the ability to open and close the gate because we had to destroy it. Because it was all rotted. So I had Denise Onepo company, which is the company that was hired to do to take and make sure that it wasn't leaking anymore, so we didn't lose the whole lake. But now I've had to have it open, so I'm losing about an inch, 3/4 of an inch a day. I measure it every day. I go out and I measure the depth of the lake. And so we're losing that amount, which I'm not worried about. I need to lose about 2 feet of water before I get into a danger zone with things that I'm going down slow enough where the wildlife, the fish and the aquatics all will move to the deeper water, and we won't have a loss, you know, tragic loss of some of the wildlife that exist around the lake. So just so that everybody's up to speed, the gate is going forward, should be in this winter. If it's not, we're in trouble because that gate will not be operable. And I cannot call somebody and say, okay, go turn the handle and open up the gate. And if we're gonna get a big storm, like a hurricane or something like that in the summertime or a massive storm, I can't get it open fast enough. So I'm a little concerned, but I think everything's going okay. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All right? Anybody got questions on that? Okay, good. All right, possible grant applications and opportunities.
Unlikely still, given, nothing has moved on the federal level yet.
Okay.
One update, you probably saw it, but grants that were actually awarded 2 years ago, I think, by the Rhode Island DEM for lake management plans. That has finally been approved. They have determined, they've settled on a contractor to do the work.
Nice.
And more information coming, but two of the lakes here in town, Tioga and Upper Dam Pond, both received grants for lake management plans. It's a substantial amount of money. I've looked at what a plan would cost
Yeah.
in the open market.
Right.
It's not cheap. So more to come on that, but.
Was did they hire a contractor?
They did, but they didn't say who.
They didn't disclose.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was still on the state website for procurement.
Okay,
It might show there, but I didn't check it this morning.
okay,
But it sat there in under review for the better part of a year.
right.
But the good news is I received that information from Katie DeGoosh, who
Good,
works with DEM,
good.
and we're moving in the right direction.
Good. Do you get to see that kind of stuff, Miles, in your?
Oh, yeah, I do see all of it.
So do you know who the contractor is, or is it?
That
are we
part,
not at-
I have that, specific one has not crossed my desk yet.
Yeah.
That'll be how far it's along.
What's the status on the green grant? That should be something that we should attack with vigor. So in 2017, Coventry received a substantial amount of money. I think it was in the neighborhood of $200,000 in the green grant.
Yeah.
And that is money that's right up our alley, money that we would be looking for to do maintenance on lakes, forests management. I mean, all of those things that are up our alley.
Yeah.
So anything along those lines that we could find out. So they usually give that green grant to different agencies within the state. And then those agencies come up with an agenda of items that they want to spend the money on. So the sooner we know what the items are, and for us, it would be the DEM.
Yeah.
The more we would know about that package that they're gonna submit to the green grant, the better we are at being able to
Is this a,
use the money.
is this a thing that we could use staff to research it for us and get back to us?
I would think
That
so.
would be
Yeah,
a really good thing for the planning department
yeah.
to supply us with. We might as well use their skill set to do that. Well, how do you feel about that, Josh, doing a little research on that?
Yeah, if you give me a little more info on where, and well, the history and you know, to narrow down my search a bit, then I think I can be more effective.
Sure.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't mind doing that? Tom?
No.
No.
Okay, so. Would that be you, Josh, or would it be Dennis or?
That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe some type of report that we could all understand,
Mhm.
like. Yeah, I don't like the grandiose wording of things sometimes. I prefer the straight and narrow, like, you know, bullets. When I was in high school, I used to get bad grades in English, but then I realized that I'm a pretty good writer when you can go bullet. You know, because I'm a bullet writer, you know, just like tell me boom, 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 the different things and where you think we could be involved.
Mhm.
That I would love it that
Yep.
way. Makes it easy for me to understand. Okay on that? Lake recreational activities? I imagine nothing right now, right? Dead.
We did clean up,
Clean up, yep. How'd that go?
fall cleanup,
Yeah.
went very well.
Good,
Used some, 2 or 3 scouts
Yeah.
and several Girl Scouts.
Yep. nice.
Did the beach.
Yep.
The spillway. the dam, the trail that goes out to Benoit, cut the leaves back,
Nice.
and the branches back.
Good to use Boy Scouts. Have you thought of using the environmental classes at Coventry High School at all?
Yeah, so we put in a request at the junior high
Mhm.
and didn't get a response. We also worked with them 2 years ago. We worked with them on a presentation
Mhm.
for environmental.
Yeah.
And brought the kids down from the junior high in groups of 10.
Mhm.
And it was good for them because it's a walking distance.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to have buses,
True.
you know, just had 2 chaperones
Yeah.
and 10 kids and they walked down and met them halfway.
Right.
So we are working with them, or trying to work with them. They said they wanted to do it again this year, but nothing yet other than
You
yes,
know what
please.
PT you worked with there?
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Okay. I know I can't go on my phone. My phone doesn't work in here. Does your phone work in here?
No, I don't think so.
I'm like,
Under pressure of getting my hand cut off.
right, I'd like to, I'm like, come on. All right. Sewer developments, anything?
No, they're still working on the sewer going up to the high school.
Right. But I asked the question. Could you, Doug, planning department,
Mhm.
look into talking to 666? The development 666
Mhm.
of putting, if they're going to put in a pump station, incorporating their pump station with,
Oh, right, yep. Roots Coventry Center and Star Capital kind of neighborhood to the west be connected to the Village Tioga sewer line.
that was the other one.
Yep.
So there was 2 of them that I questioned. And can you pull up the map right now of Tioga? So we can refresh it and so Ron can be familiar with this if
Yeah.
he's not. So I'll
Good tool on your.
So if you don't mind, I'll
The GIS. map.
so if you look at this, this is. And so this is Tiffany Road right here. This road right here. And it goes this way and I think there's 10 to 14 houses there that are all on septic systems.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
And
12.
there's gonna be a development that comes in here, comes right across, ties in here. I'm not sure fire department was like wicked concerned with it because this right here is really bad road. It's very thin. I think it's a 2-rod road, 32 feet wide, has a very bad corner.
And my chief actually lives at Plum 30.
Yeah, it's right,
Right?
it's right down
Like
in
this.
this area. So what happens is they're not sure how they're gonna be able to do it, and that's a different story for a different place, not for us so much. But these buildings over here have septic systems, and this is all gonna be sewered. And they're gonna be using E1 pumps. You all familiar with what E1 pumps are? E1 pumps, it's a low pressure pump system that services each individual house and pumps into a small pipe, not a 6-inch or 8-inch diameter pipe, pumps into about a 2.5-inch pipe and pumps up Tiffany or wherever this one's going to into that. So I want this to be incorporated into this design. It would be foolish. It's like developing a mall and not having to pull out onto Route 3 and then pull back into another store on the other side. You just don't do that. That's a bad design. That's bad planning. You make it so you can ride through the development so no one has to pull out onto the highway and you use 1 red light instead of 7. And that was something I requested that Josh try to look into. And the other one is that Josh, can I drag this with my finger? or-
Yes.
So I can, okay, so if I drag that, so right up here is gonna be a
Yeah,
development.
yeah.
And there's gonna be another development right here. Another one over here, and another one over here. So there's gonna be a lot of development in Coventry coming up very soon. And this one's gonna, and I'm not 100% sure of the topography, but I think right here is much lower than up here. So that means they either have to pump from there up, or they have to put very, very deep trenches for their sewer system, 12, 15 feet deep. Really difficult to construct like that. And so we have been wanting to get a pump into Tioga right here. And this is Briar Point. And we wanted to put a pump in which would service all of this area. And Coventry has an excess amount of sewerage capacity that we are not using, but we pay for. So we'd like to see that utilized, and we'd like to incorporate if these guys are using a pump here or both places, that maybe we could get them to put a pump in there, use the money, save them the money, put it in there, incorporate the money that they save into our design, into our town. So it's a no-brainer. Whether Josh can relay that or Doug can relay that, I don't know. I don't know. But that's the hope. That's the hope of one of the things that would be great if we could accomplish. And I don't know. Did you look into that at all, Josh?
I did not.
Which one is 666 versus?
Right at the
Village
joint
of Tioga?
between,
666
yeah,
is
really.
here.
That's 666,
Yeah.
yeah, Village of Tioga.
Tioga Village, yeah.
That,
Village of Tioga is number 150 here.
gotcha.
If you've ever been on, ever been on Tiffany Road, you will, maybe someday you should take a ride down it. And you'll see exactly what I mean by, holy crap, how is the fire apparatus ever going to get around that corner? Have you been on it?
I have not.
Have you been on it?
My truth lives right down the end of that road.
Yeah. Oh, right, right. Yeah,
So
what's,
I know that road, yeah.
what's his name?
McAllister?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the tire guy. I
Yeah.
called him about this. I
I
said,
did, yeah.
you better get on this.
That's what, as soon as you said, I was like, I know he's got an
Yeah.
opinion. Curious.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's interesting, they're putting in a development.
if you've ever been on that road,
Yeah, no, it turns into like a little dirt road almost.
right, a little two-rod road.
Yeah.
It's got walls on both sides. I have no idea how a fire engine could ever get through there.
It'd be tough.
I don't know. I would be interested in hearing how who's driving that thing that'll get through there.
But to your point, Jerry, this is planning from the top down, where you're looking at multiple items that are coming in and addressing them all at the same
Or
time.
trying to get us incorporated with them.
A visionary
Yeah.
plan, but one that if the planning commission were to think it through,
Yeah,
they could put restrictions on the developers to
Right.
say, we're going to ask you to
Do
do an
this.
alternative.
right. You're gonna spend 200,000 on a pump there and 200,000 there. Let's take your 200,000 each. That's 400,000, and let's put it into our $1 million pump there.
Yeah.
And now the town only has to come up with 600,000. And I would think, almost positive about this, that would save them money on a piping, because if I'm right, that elevation drops off 12 feet and your sewer line is 4 foot below to begin with, and it loses another foot in the 600 feet, that means you're gonna have a 15-foot deep hole in the ground. That ain't easy to do. That is constructability problems 101. So anyways,
All right.
so that's a really important thing that we don't let drop. You know, we try to keep that thing alive and try to bring Star on board with it. And he seems like a reasonable guy. So, you know, he might say, yeah, maybe we can all win by this thing.
Mhm.
And that's really what it's about. I'm not asking the guy to fund the town of Coventry. but I'm asking them to be a good neighbor and see if we can find a way to work together.
Mhm.
And that is the better way to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay. Anybody else got questions about sewers?
On sewer now.
Stormwater management, Upper Dam Pond?
Yeah, I did talk to Maria today, as a matter of fact, and she's done nothing on the project.
Okay,
She does have some work to do on procurement for the boxes to get in the ground.
okay,
I told her that I would take that on and call the engineer and do that for her, and she appreciated it.
Good.
So at this point, they're probably looking at next spring
oh,
to get
Shit.
that done, because we're
Sorry.
toward the end of the year.
we're swearing.
And the procurement has not taken place, although they have all the engineering and they have the construction specs ready
And the money?
and the money with the grants. And I've talked to SNEP, the grant's good for 2 years,
Oh,
not
boy.
1 year,
Oh,
thank
boy.
you.
Yeah.
So they could do it next spring. But they certainly don't want to leave that kind of money on the table.
Yeah, that would be a shame.
Yeah.
And that's,
So I did talk to her today. She was thankful that I would get re-involved, and I'll push the procurement side.
it's like the pump station, it's like the gatehouse. We blow it, we could lose all that money.
Yeah.
$750,000. Look.
Yep.
Hence why I've been calling GZA. Trying to stay on it the best I can. Forest management,
I think this ends 4.7 were ones that we wanted to keep on, but at least for right now, like table for. I
okay,
don't think there was any updates on either.
lake management task force,
So we put that on hold. Interestingly, a conversation that you and I have had,
Mhm.
I had with Maria today as well. So at one point, Maria was looking to do kind of an independent stormwater review process. And it did not involve the planning commission. It also did not involve the conservation commission. It was something independent.
right, she was
So-
working on that with Hillary.
She was working on it with Hillary. Now with all the changes and the ups and downs, it's been put on kind of pause, although she did also send the proposal to JP.
Okay,
So her suggestion was that we reach out to JP and to Mr. Brown, the two statewides, and try to resurrect that proposal from
Okay.
Maria.
does she need us to do that with them, or can she do that?
I think she was looking for someone to do it.
Someone besides her?
So that could be another letter.
Mhm.
JP and Brown. For stormwater management. Within the town.
Okay.
So not assigned to one lake, one area, right? Because there's a lot of stormwater problems in the
Mhm.
town that don't even
Yeah.
involve lakes, so.
Yep.
Right.
Right, not just lakes, it's everywhere, streams. Right. Okay, so who wants to take on that inevitable task? I'm really busy with trying to a little. I was kind of hoping we were gonna have some information on sewers. It's a really big item. It's a really big item.
Well, I'm in the letter writing mode, so I no problem writing the letter.
And you do a good job.
And I'll send it, if two of us can work through it,
Sure.
and then then the point would be to have the letter prepared for the budget line and the letter prepared
Right.
for the stormwater management for our next meeting.
And
And if we need to tweak it, we can do that here
Yeah.
in December.
Right.
And be ready with it.
do you think that if I get the information by December's meeting, we missed the window to for the weed abatement?
No. Because I think they're two separate things. Let's get the budget line,
Right,
and then we win that part
Right.
and then determine how to allocate it.
so maybe we should just say, can we try it? I hate doing that because I'm now out there. I'm out there saying, let's get the 50,000. Well, why do you want the 50,000? You know, and
Well,
I'm a big fan of power by knowledge. I'm not a big fan of,
I think from a budget line item though, that much effort would overwhelm some of our council.
and I have enough information anyway, so I can.
And then we come in separately and
How
say,
about-
this is our recommendations on how you
So I'm,
manage that.
I'm bumping
50,000.
back to weed abatement just for a second. How about I write the letter to the town council? Asking,
For the budget line for this coming year.
yeah,
Okay,
okay, how about I do that?
sure.
And I'll share it with you, you can look at it.
Okay, and then I'll do vice versa on the stormwater
Right,
management.
and I'll do that one. I have enough information that I can, say it properly and be defensible. So. Okay.
And
Okay,
that's, background story for you, Ron, just so that you know. The lakes manage they manage the lakes on behalf of the town. Because the town doesn't manage the lakes.
That's
So
like
the
a
associations
for each
manage the
one.
lake on behalf, I won't say for the town, I say on behalf of the town, because the towns don't manage the lakes. So last year, because Johnson's Pond had been in all this litigation, they had not done any weed treatment for, I think, 4 years. So there was a proposal that was submitted
Mhm.
2025-08, I think, that gave Johnson's Pond money from ARPA to do weed abatement.
Right, okay.
The other associations thought that that was a little concerning to them, since they are always coming up with the money to do the lakes.
Okay,
And especially since,
so they went on their own basically and got this money?
well, no, they were getting it from the town.
Oh, okay.
Johnson's Pond, so normally all four lakes
Only
get
they
their
were
own money,
getting-
normally they would get their own
Yeah.
money, but they couldn't
Yeah.
because of the litigation. So
Yeah.
the resolution said we should give Johnson's Pond the money to treat their lake. The rest of the associations were a little concerned about that, especially since Johnson's Pond doesn't have any public access,
Right.
no public beaches or, you know, that.
Yeah.
So we worked with the town councilors,
Gotcha.
and had that amended. And all 4 associations received money from ARPA.
Yeah.
A lot of it to Johnson's Pond, it probably needed it the most after 4 years, but each one of the lake associations got their treatments or part of their treatments done in 2025.
Okay, cool.
That was out of ARPA money.
Gotcha.
We won't get ARPA money next year. We have to now go back to raising, each association has to raise their own money to do whatever they want to do on behalf of the town. And we got a little taste. The town council seems to be more concerned and positive about their lake assets than they ever used to be.
That's good.
And
yeah.
we're raising the bar, if you will.
Shouldn't be left
on-
up to fundraising.
Yeah, so we're proposing, since they won't do any ARPA,
Okay.
that we put a permanent budget line in
Yeah.
for lake management, let's say,
Right.
whatever that happens to
Right,
be.
okay. That makes
And
perfect
try to get that established in the budget. And then what Jerry's trying to do is figure out how to quantify
Yeah.
that based on size of lake, depth of lake, amount of lake treated, right? All of those different parameters that are very complex.
Mhm.
So that's where we're going with that. So
Yeah.
that'll bring you up to
Getting
speed.
that permanently installed into the.
Yes, sir. All right, good.
Okay. Increased visibility and contact with other boards and commissions.
Oh, Jerry, could we go back one
Yep,
second?
sure.
So I did have another task there, because a question came up around the stormwater control measures that the University of New Hampshire was developing.
Yeah,
And I've got lots of statistics that I can share. But essentially, they're treating 5 different things in that stormwater control measure. They're treating,
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait. 5 different environmental things.
no,
No.
well, 5 different lake pollutants, let's put it that way.
Okay, lake pollutants, but
Yes.
not capacity or
Well,
volume?
so they have performance curves
Mhm.
that they use that look at all the different aspects of
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the impermeable surface? What is the soil type? What is the this? What is the that? And there's probably 20 different
Item.
items in there that you go in and you plug this stuff in. You either plug it in yourself or you use an engineer to come in and do that work.
Yep.
Where's the water table depths and
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff, right? It also helps determine what the type of stormwater control measure it
The
is.
best.
Sometimes it's a box, sometimes it's something different,
Right.
sometimes it's a rain garden, sometimes it's this, sometimes
Right.
it's that. And then they go after 5 different major pollutants. They go after phosphorus, nitrogen, total suspended solid, zinc, and bacteria.
Zinc.
Yeah, and they've got metrics on those to reduce with using the performance curve. I'll give you one example of reducing bacteria, 84 to 94%.
Wow. Wow.
And then they have lots of examples of new installations and partial installations. And even the partial installations, like the one that we're doing,
Yep.
can decrease phosphorus and
I was
suspended
so
solid by
hoping
over 50%.
You were gonna tell me that we were getting it in this year and I was gonna be
Yeah.
looking at that.
I know.
Because I remember what I said a little while ago, I like to have quantifiable.
She was brutally honest with me that she has not even touched it.
You know, like, I wish you weren't so honest.
She was honest. So anyway, I wanted to bring that. So they have lots of performance curves and data. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over the place. So a plethora of information for us to leverage. So
Good. You know, hate to ask you to do this, but because understanding 20 things is near impossible for people to put in their head, would it be possible for you to grab 5 things? Impervious area would be one, a big one, because it tends to have all the pollutant loads coming in the impervious area of pavement. So that's where most of it comes in. Some of it comes below grade from septic systems, but if septic systems are maintained properly and they're installed properly, they're not quite as bad as you might think. But it's the roads. So would it be possible for you to grab just like 3 or 4 pieces, whatever, 3 or 4 pieces?
so like 3 or 4 major elements of the performance curve.
Yeah, because some
Like
of them are
soil type.
yeah, some of them are
water-
little tiny things.
Yeah.
Like B soils have different type of loads. They tend to have bigger runoffs because they're more compacted and they're finer things. A soils have more infiltration. So if you're in an area where your A soils, you end up with all of this pollutant loads going through the ground and you get groundwater pollution. And that's how you end up with blue baby syndrome. That's how you end up with wells being polluted because they're in A soils. Yeah, it's crap that's out there, Ron. We get to experiment with a lot of different stuff.
I'm curious.
So
So 3 to 5 elements that would normally
That
go into the
discussable.
performance curve.
for us here,
Yes.
because talking about 20, I don't think our heads can handle
No, yeah, that's why they build the Excel performance
Right.
curve.
it. Right. So,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I'll do that.
grab those and have them for maybe the next meeting.
Yeah, that's good.
Increased visibility and contact with other boards and commissions.
So yeah, how did the TRC meeting on, what was that, Monday, I think? Monday?
I went. through
I
that one.
was on Zoom. It was really straightforward.
Was that the little
It
short
was-
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they were 10 minutes,
yeah.
What was the
20
meeting for?
minutes. What was the?
It was on
Forget
the
Me too.
Village at Tioga
Hmm.
project. And it was, if I'm recalling correctly, the peer review of the traffic study came in.
Oh, the traffic stuff, yeah. I see.
And it was the town's comments on the traffic study peer review. I wasn't at it. So that there's not much more that I can add.
Yeah, by the time I got on Zoom and then I did something in my kitchen and I came back and it was literally
Hmm.
maybe 10 minutes, so. But to your point is, I will continue to try to make those TRCs. Cause I think they're a valuable way for us to understand what's in the hopper.
Right, I
Since
agree.
everything that's
Yeah.
going to the planning commission has to go through TRC first.
TSC is a technical review committee.
Okay.
What they do is they sit up on the stage and they have a fire chief, they have a police chief, they have a planner, they have members from the public up there and they run through various things that they're concerned with, i.e. Tiffany Road, how will you get the fire truck around that corner? So that was a concern. That's a big concern because if there's, I don't see how you do it. So those things came up and is it Dennis that read off the plethora
Yes.
of? I was like listening going, oh my lord. It had, you had to have 20 or 30 different things.
Yeah.
That they're concerned with. It's a very complex site. It's environmentally sensitive for sure. So we'll have to see how that goes. So is there any other did anybody else go to any meetings or anything else?
I do know, and you know, just for the group, you had been emailing Doug
Trying,
about a map
Mhm.
back and forth. But you also in that email chain had asked that the village at Patayo be brought before the Conservation.
conservation.
He did take that as an official ask.
Okay,
So
did we get permission?
they haven't met yet. The planning commission.
No.
But that has been registered as an official ask.
Okay, do we need to be at the planning board commission for it to follow through, or does Doug present it?
It is going to be as part of the public comments.
Mhm.
So the board will get it in their packets, which
The planning
yes,
29th,
next Wednesday.
29th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not next Wednesday.
No,
that's
no,
it.
No, that's you know, it's they moved it a week up
Oh, they did.
because
okay.
of the holiday. So it is, it's going to be the 19th.
Right.
And I
Oh,
don't,
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong month. I'm so sorry.
I don't think you have to be there.
Mhm.
But I don't think it would hurt at all. I think, you know, if you wanted to go up there, you know, as you have seen in your packet, the Conservation Commission would love to, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I'm pushing for us to see all developments. I'm pushing hard for it. I really think it's important. Doug feels I need to go to each individual development and ask if the conservation can review the development. I don't know why. I'm going to continue to say, I don't understand. I will try to understand, but I'm struggling. And I was hoping maybe with this one, you know, on the 19th. That, and this one is so sensitive. Boy, is it sensitive on where it is and what's being developed and the complexities of the development and the the amount of impervious area is that it's really, well, a difficult site to develop the way they're done. So, to me, it is important that we can look at it, but, as of yet, I hadn't heard back from Doug whether he even had gotten permission to present it.
I don't think well. I'm not sure whether or not he's going to present it to, officially. But I do know that, your ask is a legitimate, comment.
Okay.
And it'll be,
On the agenda.
it'll be, forwarded to the members of the, planning,
It's
commission.
a start. It's a start. It's a start. I mean, I'm assuming, Miles, you agree with that,
Yeah,
Tom? And I know, Ron, you're new at this, but we're really, the. Right now, the way the Conservation Commission is being interpreted is that we don't have the right or the privilege to review developments in town. So we're trying to get that rectified so that we can look at things, whether it's important. I don't know. I think it is. To me, it is, but that doesn't mean it may not be for everyone. All right.
one thing I wanted to touch on was at least the village of Tioga. Can I drive for a second?
Sure can.
When I was looking over at the planning and development, I don't know if this is new. I swear I don't remember
Oh,
seeing
where
this
did you go?
before. I believe, well, hey, I'll put it right here.
This guy.
It's at the bottom. Yeah, they did throw in stormwater reports. They're lengthy, a couple hundred pages each, a lot of nonsense in them.
Boilerplate. Not nonsense, boilerplate.
Yeah, that's the
better
better
word.
word. They're all genuinely all very important, but just not something you don't
Right.
need to see the soil.
Right.
You
right.
don't need, I think it's like a couple dozen
Right.
different soil.
Or the catch basins that they're using.
Yeah.
And you're like, seriously? It's a catch basin.
The problem is, and I'll, as it comes up, you'll see it right on the front page, is that these are from last year. Well, at least started last year, but were at least updated as of September. And they are ostensibly plans, though unfortunately they're much more, I think, broad than we were looking for. More so, especially this one, I think is more so, are we meeting the requirements rather than how are we going to? Examples like they say they have a list of BMPs, but not necessarily the exact location,
Yeah.
design, that kind of thing. Yeah, this one especially, I think, was just the planning for how to manage it going forward. But this one at least had this information, right? But when you go through like a good map, I think there was one map, but it was super broad about like this is just the area that we want to do this in.
I can't read that fast.
I know. I'm just trying
It's
to remember
backward.
where they put it. Yes, like. Yeah, as you see, the whole thing ends at like 18, and from then on, it's like 200 pages of calculations and analysis. But it might be worth at least looking into.
When was that submitted?
Do they have a date here?
December
No.
24 on the document.
Originally, yeah, but it was
Oh, just updated.
yeah, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is all the information that the planning and development has at the moment,
Yeah.
or if they've gotten more concrete plans.
Have you
but-
gone through all this?
It is my understanding that everything planning has is up there.
So, Now there was a map. Ah, here we are.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Uh,
So is this all we need to make an render an opinion?
No.
What other
yeah,
documents
I
are you
think
ready?
that's
You need to know, for instance, just look at the, don't move it for a second, Miles. So here's the fire department's concern is this is going to Tiffany Road, I think, right over
Yep.
there. So you can see all of these buildings, and if you know Tiffany Road, you know, wow. And they want it to come through. They want it to have a throughway so that maybe it's only one way, because otherwise that two rod road, do you all know what a two rod road is? Yeah. Tom? It's an old design. It's what original New England roads were. Two rod is a rod is 16 feet long, and they flip them over, and that's two rod. And that's when you go along old roads, you'll see stone walls. And if you were to measure between them, they're about 32 feet apart. So we want to know how they're going to go into the wetland over here. Like you see this right here, this is a big, huge catch basin. You have to find out, like look at the soils more, look at the water table, how deep is it? How much fill is there? What kind of fill material are you using?
And that's not in the report. You're thinking it's not in the report, or it's not?
If it
in the
is, it's
report?
buried in the report. Then
Right,
I
you might
don't think
have
I
to
can
wait.
read the 237 pages to find it. But so and you can see how much impervious area there is in this thing right here. It's like, wow.
Well, I just said,
Yep, go ahead.
just want to play devil's advocate
Yeah.
for one moment, is that we want to be more involved.
Yep.
The report is here to get involved.
Yep.
Is the report not complete? Is the report not easy to use?
Mhm.
What do we need to
Right.
render an opinion?
Right.
If it's not this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I
Right.
don't know what that is, but
Yeah,
yeah, I just think that somebody is gonna say, well, there's the report.
Right.
You render an opinion.
yeah, you look at it and you tell us what you think. Here's what historically Conservation Commission would do on something like this. Because we don't really have the expertise to analyze that report, nor the time. Can you imagine trying to come in
No.
here for an hour or so,
No.
hour and a half, try to analyze that report? We would ask the planning board how the planning department, how they did to analyze that and what they think. And then we would send it out to what they call the ERT, an environmental review team. And an environmental review team would go through all the data and come to some conclusions.
Like an
Independent, yeah, not part of the town.
like a
For instance,
Bussin' O'Neill kind of.
for instance, you take a five lot subdivision. We can look at that pretty easily and make some quantitative statements based upon the environmental. Well, the environmental site, whether it's drainage, whether it's hydrology, whatever it is, we should be able to get that together. That's something we should be able to do. But when you talk about something like this is really, really complex. You look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of things, as Dennis pointed out with his 47 items that he presented that day in the TRC. Tom, I was thinking what you said about the TRC. I don't think the one for the village at Tyoke was very short. There was another one that I went to that was tiny.
The
I want to
village.
talk about the one that was this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Whatever
was,
that
was that Village at Tyoke?
yeah.
I went to one for Village at Tyoke where Dennis did the
Yeah,
40 statement.
Yeah, that was in October.
And was that for Village at Tyoke
Yes.
also?
Yep.
So have there been multiple
was-
TRCs?
Yes. So the one that you're talking about was this one.
right, and it was.
That was the lengthy one.
Yeah.
Did you attend that one, Tom? I think you were away.
Yeah.
I think you were away.
So, Village of Tioga. Back away. Yeah, so, these are all the comments that he
Yeah,
had.
was like, wow.
And then the, town engineer had a few,
And-
DPW had a,
And the engineer
Yeah.
from Dupree didn't, he said, no, I'm good, I'm good. I remember, because I was like, wow, you don't have any comments about any of these things, and I think what they were saying is they were gonna take them back and look at their stuff to
Mhm.
analyze them.
yeah.
And try to come to answers, because they couldn't answer them right there and themselves. So I didn't realize they have multiple TRCs on development projects.
Not usually, but occasionally, this one, they wanted to get
Hmm.
into the peer review of the traffic study.
Okay.
And so they had two.
Did you go through that traffic study?
I did not.
Wow, I'm wondering how that comes out, like. How many units go out to Tiffany? You look at that.
Well, to Tiffany, that's not the right. This one, yes. So right now,
Tiffany, it looks like,
for 10, 20,
just quick guess, about
Yeah.
40.
probably,
Hmm.
yeah.
40. Wow. That's interesting. With no way to get to the other side, so it's only one out, 40 units, one out.
Which is one of the reasons that they wanted to have a through road here.
Right,
Go away. They wanted to have a through road here, partially, because if there is a traffic accident here and then an ambulance has to get down here,
yeah,
Yeah, there's no way to get in
Yeah.
except from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see, at least the notes of that meeting. Still, if this is where it's at right now, like, is this still a plan?
so they will submit, well, they will respond to the comments at the planning commission meeting. And, we'll see what their answers are.
yeah, okay. All right, let's, so if,
To stay involved in, yeah.
if one of, oh yeah, if one of us can make it to the meeting of the 19th, anybody want to commit to that?
A week from now, I will not be able to.
November 19th, I'm not here.
Okay, so it's Ron, Deanna, and I, right?
Yeah, what is it? Have the attendant?
No, seriously, come on,
No,
Ron.
no, I'll go, but yeah, is it just the town?
You gotta have some humor in here.
No,
right?
no,
If you don't have
I'll
humor,
go.
we're in trouble.
I'll do it.
I mean, we're in trouble without humor. So the objective of the night of the 19th
It's another one of these reviews, is that what
is to say the Conservation Commission
you know?
would like to be involved with reviewing these site design plans from a conservation standpoint.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
And that's basically all you've got to say. And,
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, the supposed to be
and you have my
November
phone number,
19th.
right?
No, but I'll
And the meeting will be at the high school.
High school,
so it's
which is a good indication that it's probably could be a good sized meeting. They don't reserve the high school for fun.
All right, so this is when exactly?
19th,
19th at 6:30.
At the house.
Excuse me for a moment.
18:30. I had such a great Veterans Day yesterday. It was a great day.
Good.
I'm a veteran. Ronnie, you're a veteran?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so did you have a good Veterans
I
Day?
did. We got a
Me
veteran.
too. So, me too.
Some.
Yeah, yeah. So. Everybody okay with that?
Other boards and commissions, I'll defer to, 4.10, because I did have
Yeah.
a quasi commission that I spent time with.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get to that one.
Yep. The heck is public access and Coventry PD?
Last time we were talking about, Johnson's Pond public access.
So it's really off the table as of
How
right
we're
now.
working, yeah.
That's a commission I was invited to join. So that you know.
Yeah. You turned- Why did you
I can't get past the word blighted. I just can't. Yes, it just can't do it. So,
Okay,
anyway,
Arkwright.
yeah, can we get the GIS map back? All right, so notes. So to bring everybody up to speed, on the 16th of October during our CONSCOM meeting, we were asked to look at one or more trails that were split into two to see if we could connect them together. Those two trails, the first one is called the Phoenix Harris River Walk. It's 0.3 miles, and I'll point them out to you when we get
Right
there. The second one is the Harris Dam Arkwright River Walk, and it's 0.7 miles. So we agreed that I would go out there the next Sunday available, and I would walk the trails and take a look at the area where they were split. So before I go further, I moved to Sunday, the 19th, and I walked these trails. So North Fork of the Patuxent River. I think this is West Warwick on this side and Coventry on this side. And is this Lincoln?
I believe so.
Yeah, so move that way just a little up. Nope. Move this way. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, to keep going to Fairview. Keep going. Right.
Fairview is
Yes.
right that
Yeah.
that corner.
All right, so come down here. Where does Fairview cross into Phoenix?
You're looking for the start of that path? It's
Yeah,
right.
come back up.
I know the path you're talking about, yeah, right.
Actually, good.
Down
I,
on my
Jack
phone.
Yeah, let me take that off and then let me put this on. So Fairview is down here.
Yeah, actually, could you just do the street? Because I want to see the actual item, the actual plot numbers. There we go, with plot numbers. So show me where Fairview is, because that's the start of the 0.3
Ooh,
path.
that's not what I wanted at all. Hang on. Do this one.
Buttons.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ames.
Sorry, buttons. So
That's-
here's Fairview.
The church is
Fairview.
right almost where
Okay.
his cursor is.
Right,
The church is right here.
that's the church.
Right.
Okay, so the 0.3 miles runs from here to Lincoln. Along here. Then the 0.7 runs from here to the old Arkwright Bridge that's closed
The one
now.
that's closed.
The closed one, that's 0.7 miles. So I started here at the church. Where am I?
Yeah,
Church.
that's the church right there.
Church here.
Well, that's an apartment building. Then
Yeah,
that one
this-
building down
Is
in
it-
your hand is the church.
this
That's
one.
the church.
That's
yeah.
Church,
Okay.
okay. And then the trail cuts in this way.
Yeah, that's where it is.
So met a guy there, introduced myself. I'm walking in for the Conservation Commission, and we're thinking about connecting the two sides of the trail. And he goes, "Oh my God, that would be the most amazing thing. I walk this trail every day. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful."
Mm.
So what I did was I went to Lincoln from here, went up to Lincoln Street, and I parked here, and what did I see? A sign that says Patuxent River Authority. So I hiked the 0.3. I hiked the 0.7, gorgeous trails, the two of them, that are completely disconnected, as we had talked about. So the idea of putting them together, I said, let's find out from the PRA, from the Patuxent River Authority, what they've done so that we don't step on any toes. And the reason I knew it was Patuxent River Authority is because they've got a Patuxent River Authority sign at the entrance to the trail. They also have a beautiful write-up on the two trails in their website. So I called Bob Nero, who runs Patuxent River Authority, who I
Great
happen
guy.
to know.
Great guy.
And I said, hey, what's going on with those trails? I'm with the Conservation Commission. I thought that we might be able to help. So he gave me the history of them trying to build an access way from right here, Lincoln. So the trail comes out here on Lincoln. This is a giant complex, and there's a parking lot here. And then the trail continues here and goes out this way. So the gap is from here to the other side of Lincoln, right about here. That's the gap. So I asked him, he gave me the history that they've been trying for about 10 years to connect those two together. Making offers to the previous owner and the previous owner before that at about $60,000, $80,000. And now the guy that's the current owner looking for $100,000. So I called Jerry and I said, listen, this is what I've learned so far. I think I'll go to their town, I'll go to their board meeting, the PRA board meeting, and I'll listen to what they have to say. With the how can we help the town of Coventry? How can we help? I wasn't going to step on toes. We're certainly not going to do that ourselves. They own it. They haven't been able to do anything about it. So, so that's where we are. I finished that meeting and I come back to you with the information so that we can make a couple of decisions. So if someone, and I'll say someone, was to do anything, the PRA owns all of lot 47. That goes from Lincoln back to Fairfield.
Town currently owns that?
PRA owns it.
Yeah, they physically own it.
They own it,
Hmm.
yeah, which means the state owns it.
How did they take ownership?
I didn't ask them that, but it was probably through the state. So this is 1.9 acres, doesn't matter, but that is PRA's property. This one on the other side of Lincoln, 18.3, 18.1, and 18.4 to here is all owned by Howard Realty. The sizes don't matter. They're 0.4 acres, 3 acres, and 6 acres. But they own 18.3, 18.1, and 18.4, where the oops, sorry. Pull that back down for me. Thank you. Where the trail
Goes all the way to the yellow.
yeah, so the trail, let me get my directions here. So the trail actually comes down to about here. And then extends for another 50 to 100 yards and stops right there. Stops right there. So that's the access. So 18.3,
We did
18.1.
people park that,
Yeah, so good. I'll get to that one. Then the PRA owns 36.01 from here. Yeah, you can see Patuxent River Authority.
Yeah.
And 36.2 all the way out to about here where the old Arkwright Bridge, I think, came across here somewhere. There's a 3-car parking area. And the trail actually goes like this and then it comes through
And people park
to
here.
no, they park down here, down on Harwood Avenue. So the trail kind of turns and comes down this way. And there's a 3-car parking area. It's like at number 90 Howard.
Mm.
3-car parking area here that they own. You hike into the woods here.
So is
And
there
then
an
you walk
easement
out.
going through one of these lots?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's where the trail goes. So there must be, because the 3-car parking area is down here. And then you hike through the woods to their land and then you come out. This whole area is right on the river. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. So if we were to do anything,
Yep.
we would need a right of way. Where are we? Let me come back.
None of these people will give you a right of way. There's no doubt.
There's already a right of way out there. So however that is, they must own it.
Prescribed right away.
It's already done,
Mhm.
right? The right of way that where is in contention. Where did my Lincoln go?
Lincoln is down here.
Lincoln, yeah.
Yep.
So the right of way connects the 0.3 to the 0.7, and it runs right through 18. So it comes out here, the 0.3 ends here. There's no parking area down here. Maybe we could work with the church and get something,
Right.
but right
Then
now
you
there's
got-
no parking.
You know the problem with the church, you gotta cross the street.
Yeah.
Fairview Avenue.
Yeah, so I need a Fairview crossing if I was to do that. Then when I get to Lincoln, it comes out and you're looking at, even if we were to, here's the parking lot right
Yep.
here in 18.1.
Yep.
The trail comes out over here somewhere. This would be closer to the water, but they still own 18.3.
Mm.
So one of two things, either you come out on this side, you cut through the parking lot and you go down to the trail, which is boulders, 20-foot vertical. So you need a staircase, or there's a culvert that comes out here
That's what we were
somewhere.
talking about last time.
That's, I don't know, 3 feet across easy and deep. So if you came out and you decided not to go through the parking lot and you went through the woods here that they own, you'd still need a bridge to get across that culvert to get to the other side.
Yeah.
And then they evidently allow this trail to exist here, even though the PRA does not own the land.
There's a law in the state of Rhode Island that, once you use something for 7 years, I guess, it's a prescribed usage. And it's hard to defeat it, but it's also hard to prove it. It's one of those things, it's a funny little law.
So you need a crosswalk on Lincoln to go from one side to the other. And if we were to go through the parking lot, you'd probably need a striped 4 to 6 foot area to walk through.
If I stayed up in the parking lot, I don't have to cross any hostile stuff with, I can just walk along the parking lot.
So what happens today is that if you were to use the parking lot, you would cross to about here,
Yeah.
get across that culvert, and then you'd have to go down
If I walk right on the side of the building,
right here, the back side of the building.
I still can't get across it.
You can get across it, but you can't get down to the trail because it's 20 feet vertical with giant
So I
boulders.
have to go a little further and then.
Well, so what they do today, so you'd have to build a staircase here.
Mhm.
So what people do today is they get out the trail, they go down Lincoln
Oh, yeah.
here to Howard Street, and then they go up Howard Street and somebody has put a trail in that's next to some condos or something
So
like somewhere over
they
here.
bypass.
And
that.
they bypass this and go in this way and then
Mhm.
continue. So
And is that what the Patuxent River Authority wants it to be, or do
they would like it to go straight across,
they would like somebody to build a bridge?
either a bridge or, so either in the parking lot, if you went through 18.3, you need a bridge.
Yeah.
If you went through the parking lot, you'd need a staircase.
Mm.
Either way to get back down to the trail that comes down about here. So my question to this group is, so now you know what it is.
Mhm.
We need a scope of work to say, what are you going to do? But my question to this commission is if Coventry doesn't own the land, why would we do anything?
Hmm.
Why wouldn't the state do something? Since it's two sides of a state trail with private property. We don't even have the authority, I don't think, to connect two state trails together. And why would we be spending our money except out of the goodness of our heart?
Has Bob Nero just kind of thrown up his hands and said?
Yeah, they
No
can't
minds, no
do
minds.
anything. So I think too, they've developed some bad feelings with the current owner.
The Realty company.
And that if they were going to do anything, it would have to be a fresh face that did it anyway. We could go and talk to the owner, right? The town's not gonna pay for this. The only way you're gonna get it is through a grant. There's lots of open grants for connecting trails, right?
Or the Realty company saying,
Yeah, out of the goodness of my heart.
out of the goodness of my heart, but will the town allow me to build a second level? Because I've been wanting to put a second level on this building, or whatever. Will they adjust my zoning? You know, it's that give and take sometimes that,
Yeah,
you know, you don't know. You may go in and say to them, look, we really would like to kind of connect this trail, and we can do this pretty easily. All you'd have to do is build us a small bridge, cost you maybe, I don't know, $5,000 or whatever.
or if we could come up with a grant to build the bridge.
Yeah.
So it is considered town property if we're doing work on 18.3 and 18.1.
Yeah.
Just not on the rest of it, which is state property.
And the town would have to put in the crosswalk.
They'd have to put in a crossover, which would probably, I talked to Scott at Parks and Rec today, actually, about it. He said, I could probably get a crosswalk in there for $400, $600, so. You know, it wouldn't be the big
Yeah,
fancy
yeah,
stuff,
right.
but a crosswalk, so the key would be to convince the owner or the realty company out of the goodness of their heart that they would do this, and if we could get a grant to get that done, or a grant and they did it, or out of the goodness of their heart, they did it.
Is there an actual owner to the Realty company?
I didn't research how it, I didn't want to go any further without getting approval from this group. So now you understand everything that's going on out there. Do we proceed after this? So it is town property. It's just private property. Right?
Well, it's
It's
Private,
private property, but it's
private
within the
property.
town of Coventry.
yes,
Rather than being state property
yeah,
within the
Yeah.
town of Coventry.
yes.
So I would think, Tom, that the first thing anyone should do is to knock on the door of the Realty company and say, here's what we're thinking we'd like to see happen. Can we somehow depend on you to help us? Can you? And if they say absolutely not, we wouldn't have anything to do with it, and we will resist every movement you have, then I'm telling you right now, it's a dead issue. Done. And if that may be what has happened with the Patuxent River Authority. So, but I think it's worth knocking on the door. I don't mind going and knock on the door. I mean, you go to stuff like that. I can easily do that. I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, we'll research the Howard Realty. I mean, who knows? They might be in New York City or something.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it's a
Exactly.
phone call or a field
Exactly.
trip, right?
Yeah.
See, half of that building is empty
Yeah,
and it's, there's a whole bunch of garages on the back.
yeah.
Real tall, like 12-foot garages back here. There's a couple of
Yeah, yeah.
vehicles over here that
Yeah.
you've seen.
Yeah.
There's a couple of businesses on this side, and it says something about baseball.
There's a baseball institute, like a baseball.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, like
That's what.
batting practice or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's been that for as long as I've lived over there.
Yeah.
so I mean, it looked, I mean, I was there on a Sunday, so it was empty, but,
I think it's
but
worth,
let's find out who Howard Realty is.
right.
I can tell you they are at 2289 Flat River Road.
289.
So they're local.
I can't tell you anything, beyond that. But,
Where's 2289
is
that out near Johnson's Pond?
I don't think so. 2289. Yeah, I can do this upside
right
down. Oh, yeah. It is located exactly
Exactly.
there.
Well, that helps. I'm telling you,
next to the
Josh,
PRC.
that really helps.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is Acres of Pine Road.
Okay.
Here,
What is the road?
Poor Farm,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Town
that.
Farm.
Town Farm.
Oh,
Isn't that
okay,
like-
yeah.
So it's right in between. Is that
Oh, yeah.
right near the gravel pit? What's that there's that company?
Okay, so it's before Johnson's Pond, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that seems easy enough.
Yeah,
To take a ride down
yeah,
there.
yeah, I'll ride my bike there if I get a nice day. Once I'm done teaching.
I
Right.
think it's right next to the gas station.
Yeah, right next to JP, I mean, JA
Mobile.
and the mobile gas
Yeah,
station.
okay.
Yeah, this is the, gas station,
Yeah,
and they are
They look
in
busy.
there.
They look busy. Look at all the cars on the parking lot.
that's where I have my car serviced. Guy's great.
All right, so that's next steps.
Next steps, yeah.
All right,
I'll try to do that one. If you don't,
Yeah.
unless you want to. Yeah, no,
yeah, or I'll go with you. Let me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Sure. Will.
yeah. You can buy me a soda pile.
Ah,
You could do
we'll
that.
do that, sure.
You don't mind?
All right, good.
Yeah, there's the gravel operation. Where it says 130.1. That's John's store. And by the way, who's the excavating company that's right there? Shares that spot.
Sakosha?
Sakosha. Mhm.
All right, so I will get back to the PRA board to Bob and just let him know that we met and we decided to pursue it. And our next steps will be to talk to the Realtor.
Yeah. All right, new business, Lincoln Conservation Commission update, can you put anything more?
Yeah.
This is, me, hand out these. This is, something that Tom emailed over.
Yeah, I wanted to, not that we had to do anything with this, I wanted you to see what other conservation commissions are doing within their towns. So, I had talked to the Lincoln Conservation Commission. I've got a meeting with them later this month, so to attend one of their conservation commission meetings. Just to see what's going on, similar. Whether or not they have similarities in their ability to connect well with the town or not. Where their secrets of success are, things like that. So
Great,
I don't know if anybody within our conscom here has an inkling to do webpage work. It looks better if you look at it on the site.
Online, yeah, there's, yeah.
But I guess the point is
They have
that
a webpage.
they're coming out with something like quarterly, trying to get their name out a little bit
Yeah.
more. Whereas if you were talking to the average citizen within Coventry, they probably don't even know that we have a conservation commission. So. I don't know whether this is something I was kind of hoping Dina would be here to see if she might be interested in
Yeah.
doing something like this.
sounds like something right
You know,
up her alley.
yeah, working with, our town's tech team and, coming up with
Yeah,
a website or a sub website off of the main site.
I do,
Or even just,
do know.
Maybe a newsletter or what are the things we're working on, stuff like that.
Okay, so there currently does not appear to be a Conservation Commission website.
Go to one of the other department websites for me. What are they doing?
So
Anything.
planning and development,
I've
for
seen
example,
that one.
yep.
Because that to be like same look and feel, I would think, yeah, Parks and Rec. Go to Parks and Rec. Yeah, so that's not the same look and feel,
Yeah.
right? They're doing their own thing.
Yeah. they
Which
have a
is
pretty good
great.
Website, their
Yeah.
website actually works pretty well. So,
Who pays to have their website developed? Josh,
I assume the town.
because that looks fairly sophisticated.
I mean, I do know the Conscom does have a budget,
It's tiny.
yes, but
but we could ask to have, section put up maybe in there. you said.
Mhm.
I don't know, is anybody interested in this kind of stuff? You know,
Yeah, I mean. I
the
can
design work
play
and,
around with it.
I don't know
Just
what,
putting
so I
out,
don't
like you
know
said,
what,
updates and stuff, just to let people know.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
yeah, and whether or not they have a website developer that does the work for them, or whether this is done in-house, so,
Does,
you know who would do this? The
Yeah.
Coventry High School.
Yeah, does Johnson?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Coventry High
Does
School
Johnson
would do that.
Pond have a website? They had some serious money on Johnson's Pond, relatively speaking, anyways.
Oh, not on, so, no, so they've got the redevelopment.
Right.
Johnson's Pond redevelopment project.
Yeah, that's the redevelopment process. So somebody has done work on that. Because that's got some nice pictures in it and some stuff to do and things like that.
Mhm.
I don't know if Johnson's, oh, so you were talking about the redevelopment?
I was just talking about Johnson Pond, like, is there anything out there, you know, on?
You know what? Go to breezylake.com.
If you would be so kind, sir.
Lane?
Oh, yeah, one word .com, yeah.
So who developed your,
We have somebody on our board that does this.
Yep.
And it has your story, the mission, photo gallery. So go to the photo gallery, you know, it's an idea. We also have a store there to buy things. You can donate here. You know, just pictures throughout the season, things to do, right, what's going on, stuff like that. So we do that with one of our guys.
I like
And
that.
all it costs us is the website, the
what is the
They-
website fee?
300 a year. It's like a GoDaddy.
Yeah.
You know, they own the domain.
Mhm.
Well, we own the domain, they host the
Yeah.
domain,
Mhm.
and then we develop web material on that domain. So I would think Coventry owns their own domain.
Yep.
I don't know, might be a good tech conversation to have with,
Yeah,
Cody.
Cody.
Yeah.
That if we had a conversation with Cody to say, you know, would you host a subsite like that, then we would be interested in getting something started. I was intrigued by, oh, wow, they've got so much stuff going on. This is really cool.
Yeah, my wife used to run the social media for, the Rhode Island EMA, so I could, she's pretty good at it.
Ah.
I can certainly shoot Cody an email and ask him what it would take to have a website
Yeah,
or,
I think
you know,
that'd be great.
a town webpage.
Yeah, it's looking.
all right.
it would help our cause,
Yeah,
right? And
right
give us
on.
more visibility.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, approval of 2026.
Under request from Miles, I changed the date to a Thursday.
Oh, we're not accepting that.
Thursday.
Okay.
Well, then, how about that?
I don't know, my work schedule is really killing me.
Me too, Miles, you know, being this retired thing was just like too much.
I know.
No, you don't, not yet.
And I mean,
Yeah,
you don't need to know if we can make them or not, it's just whether or not in general, whether it's okay.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is fine. Oh, I already put them in my calendar for next year.
Do you need
It's the
to,
second Thursday of the month.
Yeah. Do you need to make a motion to approve it?
Yes.
All right, I will make a motion to approve the 2026 meeting schedule.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Now, can I get a second on that?
Myself.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Good meeting tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Anything anybody wants to add to the thing?
Our meeting in December is also on a Thursday, the 11th.
Works for me. Good.
Should be that.
Well, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Yay.
All in favor?
Yay.
Aye.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Sure. Can we go up, this?
Yeah, I believe it's locked, but I think you can still go out now.
Go out, okay.
Yeah.
Miles, it's locked. But if you push it hard enough,
Oh,
if you
I'll
break
try.
through the door,
Break
you
that
can
window.
get out.